Alright, it is Wednesday, August 15, 2018, 11:36 a.m. Let's take a look at the weather. Alright, the National Weather Service has issued flood warnings, flash flood watch, and flood advisory, and flash flood warnings for eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, and southeastern Kansas has a flood warning or flood advisory. Alright, so this area right here in the middle of the United States has a lot of moisture happening right now. Let's take a look in Intellicast. You see here Little Rock, above Little Rock, parts of Oklahoma, all this whole Midwest area right here has a lot of rain happening. There's also some storms happening below Pierre and a little bit below Rapid City. There's some hail there as well. Also in the Phoenix area, in the south part of Phoenix, right the border with Mexico, there's some rain happening. Okay, but most of the advisories for today are for the middle of the United States right now. Right by St. Louis, there's a bigger part of it. Doesn't seem to be any hail, but there does seem to be rain. So with rain comes flood warnings, and north of Little Rock and to the right of Oklahoma City. So yeah, stay aware of all the rain there. Please stay safe. Don't drive into um, deep water that you see. Keep your car safe. Turn around, don't drown, as they say. Alright, there's also a bit of rain off the coast of Massachusetts. It's mostly going offshore now. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery. Alright, yeah, the wave of moisture and rain that was sending parts of the East Coast flood and all of this is now offshore, but behind it is another wave. That's the wave that's happening in the Midwest right now that's has flood advisory warnings. So that's going to eventually reach the East Coast and cause more rain there, but right now there's a little break from all that rain. Alright, in the middle of the Atlantic, there is Storm Ernesto. Let me take a look in the National Hurricane Center. Ernesto is a subtropical storm. Ernesto, maximum sustained winds of 35 knots or 40 miles per hour. Minimal central pressure of 1,008 millibars, located 38.1 north and 46.0 west. Movement north at 7 knots or 8 miles an hour. Alright, that's Ernesto, sitting in the middle of the Atlantic right here. Alright, it doesn't seem to be developing into a large storm, but it is developing. Let's take a look at Ventusky wind and rain to see the temperature of Ernesto. 77 degrees, some 80 degrees, 79 degrees. So it is fairly right at the border of tropical storm building temperature. The waters are warm. They're not as warm as 83, 80 off the eastern coast and Gulf of Mexico, which is 82, 83, 84. But it is warm. It is 77 degrees, 79. So basically at the border of 80 degrees. Hopefully it does not develop into anything more. Let's take a look at other. Alright, Lane. Tropical storm Lane in the Pacific has maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. Minimal central pressure is 1006 millibars, located 10.7 degrees north and 123.6 degrees west. It is moving at 12 knots or 14 miles per hour. Alright, take a look at this. This is Lane. She is in the Pacific. A new storm. Alright, she doesn't seem to be too well developed, but she is developing slowly. Hopefully she does not turn into a hurricane and does not affect any land masses. Right now, there are no other storms that I see that could be developing, but the closest are right above South America. There's a larger storm, but it has been bringing a lot of rain to that area. I have been hearing reports of flooding happening in that area, South America, and also off the coast of Mexico in the Pacific. There's a storm slowly building there. I do not know if it will develop, but it is definitely showing some dark areas in the map. Alright, let's take a look at Ventusky wind and rain to see the precipitation, how many inches of rain are happening right now in the Midwest. 0.58 inches in the next 3 hours, 0.46 inches. So that accumulating during the day, that could lead to some flood areas. So please stay aware in the Midwest, in the middle part of the United States, having to deal with all that rain. There seems to be another storm in the behind that storms happening in the Midwest right now. It seems to be dissipating, so hopefully there's not another wave behind that. But thankfully, the East Coast is taking a break right now, and then the storms that are happening in the middle of the United States are going to move towards the east. Hopefully there'll be no more waves behind that. Let's pray for that. Alright, you guys stay safe, and have a good one.